And welcome back to the Neil Weem Show. So, guys, I have the perfect segue. I don't know how this happens because Weem can tell you I don't plan shit. Am I right, Weem? I mean, can I get...
No, that's the gospel truth.
This comes from Allemande, also known as Germany. Cannibal Cop allegations rock Germany.
See, the cannibals are popping up more and more in Germany, dude. There's something wrong going. Well, there's something more wrong going on over there.
If you see the picture of this guy,
no.
It screams cannibal. Why'd they hire him as a cop?
I'm pulling it up on Drudge right now. Good God, yeah, that's obviously a cannibal. Why the blue hell would you ever hire him for anything?
Does he give sharp teeth?
Hey, can you post a link in the channel? We got.
Yeah, let me do that real quick. That's unnerving. That looks like somebody who'd kidnap you and eat you.
This was from Spiegel.
Spiegel?
I don't know what that means, but it means something. Maybe talk online. Over a decade after a similar case shocked the world, German Daily reported that a German police officer may have seduced or murdered a man he met on a cannibalism fetish website. The suspect has been arrested. So, what makes you think it's a good idea for two cannibals to meet up? You know they're going to be sizing each other up.
I think the real shocker here is the existence of said website.
Yes.
The Europeans with that site before, and I think the real shocker is some of them aren't cannibals. Some of them are, thinking about letting you carve them up and serve them for dinner.
Yeah, that's just sick. But the thing, our local friends would tell us, Charlie, don't be so suburban.
It's just a lifestyle choice. We have to respect it, right? I posted the link on the show's Facebook page. That just looks like evil. Good. All right, I'm going to close that link because that's just terrifying.
He screams cannibal.
Without a doubt.
Nazi. I mean, I could see the guy in a Nazi uniform.
Or cannibal Nazi.
Police Wednesday found body parts on the property in the Ore Mountains in the eastern German state of Saxony. That, according to the German tabloid Bild, came from murder carried out as part of a cannibal fetish act. Parts are believed to belong to a 59-year-old man from Hanover, while the main suspect, according to Bild, owns the property on which the remains were found, is a 55-year-old police officer.
Wow.
That's crazy,
wow.
Man.
Yeah.
King Chinchilla might have something, okay? I was asking King Chinchilla because, I'm wanting to go to Switzerland, and King Chinchilla, not knowing anything about geography, asked me, is that by Germany? Just automatically. I was like, wow, what difference does it make? It's like, I'm not going anywhere near Germany, dude. It's like, they're like shit eaters and all kinds of stuff is what he said. That was his words, okay? And, he started saying hostile. I was like, hostile was in Slovakia. But now, I mean, shit. Maybe,
Well, did you remember? Whenever anybody talks about Germany, all I can think of is sprockets.
Yeah, sprockets. Now's the time when we dance.
Okay, yeah, I just pulled up this picture of this cannibal dude. Yeah, he's a cannibal.
Automatically, I mean.
That dude's either a cannibal or he drives a rape van. Or both.
Yeah, probably both. Probably another one.
or whatever service for a rape van in Germany is. It's going to be a lorry or whatever. But yeah, all I can think of when you start talking about the weird stuff in Germany, I see sprockets in my head, and you see the video they played on sprockets of the dude getting kicked in the crotch and immediately starts puking. It was like pre-YouTube. You just think Mike Myers with the black bodysuit, and you're done.
Well, Germany has top 10 reasons you should move there.
Oh,
this is from the local by Fred Searle. Says, as if sausages and beer were not enough, this week's local list has come up with 10 other good reasons to move in and live in Germany. Listen to what they highlight as their strong points. You can apprentice like you can't apprentice anywhere else. I'm sure you'll have apprentice gunsmiths, right? You have to apprentice to be a gunsmith, right?
Yeah, I think you do, but we don't have them at our shop. But the gunsmith schools and what have you do have that kind of thing. Yeah.
So number one reason to move to Germany is you can apprentice there.
But so you can apprentice to be like a clockmaker or like a cobbler, or like
that'd be cool, or a cannibal.
I've got a problem with this. That was the number one reason?
Yes.
We're not the number one?
Apprentice bratwurst maker.
Look, I like Germany. I've met some German people. I'm friends with them, and I'm sure they'll be mad at me about this, but
this guy was making his own bratwurst.
I'm gonna do one of those things,
It's people.
When I meet up with them again, I'm gonna do like Robert De Niro did in Goodfellas, like take them to a diner, kind of feel them out, have like my escape route ready. Number two, you can put your foot down, meaning interstates have no speed limit. That's something.
Yeah.
As a driver of fast vehicles, I can, okay. You have at least my attention. At least,
That's important when you're running from the cannibals.
Well, now the Top Gear theme song is playing in my head. So I'm just seeing like sliding sideways on the Autobahn. You get the windshield wipers on the side view mirrors, on the side windows. All right, what's number 3?
The bread tastes great. I shit you not, man. German bakeries are renowned worldwide. That's why they're worldwide. There's a German bakery in town, right in Baton Rouge. What, Alms?
Yeah, there's a couple of them actually, and the guy that used to work for the one over on Essen is a German baker. He came over here with 3 cents to his name. I know the guy, and opened a bakery, and wow, he's the only German chocolate cake I'll make.
Yeah, it's great stuff. But I'm not going to Germany. Now I do want to go to Oktoberfest.
You got that here too,
Germany.
dude.
I know, but it's not the same.
It can't be. It can't be that much better.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And Switzerland's close by. You see where I'm going.
Yes, I believe we do.
I just got to learn Italian or French or German. And the funny thing is, I have 4 years Spanish, 4 years French, and 4 years Latin, and I can't speak any of them.
Yeah, but they all speak English over there anyway. Don't let them fool you. I got a buddy who tells a story. I know I've interrupted your top 10 list. He tells a story that starts off. The beginning of the story is the best part of the story. He says, I bought a bottle of ouzo and a hand-blown bottle with a hand-cut cork in Austria from a Turkish kebab vendor, and I don't remember anything after that.
I've had the ouzo myself, sir.
From a Turkish, in Austria, from a Turkish kebab vendor. So this story doesn't get any better. The beginning is the best part.
Yeah, that's awesome by itself.
You ready for number 4?
Yeah, go for it.
That's probably great. How do you top bread?
Cake.
It's the same thing. Same people make it.
No, I'm not making this up. This is a real list. Ben and Stitch is a cake to move for. It's called bee sting cake. It's made with sweet yeast dough, filled with a thick layer of cream, and topped with a crunchy, buttery honey almond caramel. Look, I know what's going on here, guys. They can't fool me. They can't fool me. They're trying to get the fatties to move in so they can eat them.
It's they're making bratwurst. It's like I said, it's got to be Berlin green. It's people, you know.
Yeah. The people meat. Number 5. This is good, but it's no reason to go there. Sunday really is the Sabbath. All shops are closed. Yeah.
No, if that was to happen here, I wouldn't hurt my feelings either.
Number 6. Workers' rights. They work fewer weekly hours than the U.S. or U.K. Laid off. If you get laid off, your month's wages for every year worked at the company. That's what you get.
Yeah, but the unemployment's through the roof.
The dole. 7. This is another serious thing that they think they got on us. Next level playgrounds. They have high-tech playgrounds, like laser guns and shit, I guess. I don't know. It just says they're a cut above and more imaginative. So that means they got like...
How many variations of monkey bars can you have?
What's that? How
many variations of monkey bars can you have?
Obviously not enough for the Germans. There's a club for every hobby is number 8.
Oh, God. Like cannibals.
Yes, there's obviously some kind of group for them. That's how they found each other.
Public transport works. The trains run on time. Yeah, Hitler made sure of that. Never got it out of your heads.
Yep. Yeah, at least they made the trains run on time. That was Khrushchev, wasn't it?
No, that was all of it, really. I mean, your train's going to run on time if you're under threat of getting killed.
Right.
Yeah.
And number 10, going back to Charlie's invocation of sprockets to look fashionable. Berliners look effortlessly cool.
Yeah, they're not selling it.
No.
Now,
they may be selling it, but I'm not buying it.
I'm going to call bullshit on that list because I have not heard one crack about the French on the entire list.
Nothing about their women being pretty. I mean, that's where they'd get me. Especially if they're in a fascist-looking uniform.
I met a
we'll
girl
go from there to, this is Europe. This is high society. They're a lot more classier than we are.
I met a girl once who was an interpreter. She was working with a group I was giving a tour to. She's an interpreter, and she spoke French, and the group was from Senegal, which is a real interesting thing because all these guys are Africans. They are dark black, and they all speak French. So it's kind of
we Senegal 1 year in youth lynch?
I think we were.
I believe we were.
And they all spoke French, and I was talking to her and said, "Where are you from?" She said, "I'm from Paris." And she was kind of being like that ugly French thing, like she kind of didn't like the Americans, you could tell. Mm-hmm. And I said, "Do you speak?" She said, "You speak?" I said, "Yeah." Well, she said, "I'm from Paris." I said, "Well, do you speak German?" And she said, "Yes." And I said, "Just in case, huh?"
That's awesome.
And well, I had it prepared because if she had said no, I was going to say, "You're welcome." She really didn't like me after that.
Oh man. I met a French girl over in March. It was really hot.
Yeah, but you just gave her a reason not to like you. The French are always looking for a reason to hate us.
I was dressed like a skinhead. She didn't want to have nothing to do with me.
Shocking.
Not a bad. I'm not a bad guy. I'm one of those two-tone skinheads. The original.
I'm not sure what that means, but okay.
But it's a original skinheads, the 1969 Britain, factory workers, black, white, all races. They, hung out together and stuff like that. And then they got hijacked by the neo-Nazi assholes.
Yeah, the white power people hijacked it for their own.
Yeah, they do that. But anyway, so you got some rude boys. black skinheads and stuff like that. It's just like a musical style, lifestyle type of punk rock type thing.
Oh, okay.
But you talk about Europe. I got a European story here for you.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to get a band together if we can ever get Bone Daddy up the par on his guitar playing, called Pittsburgher.
Yeah.
But
I got a European story here for you. Coming soon to an America near you. This is part of the British Health Service. No, this is just coming to light over there. There's a pregnant lady who was forcibly sedated by British Health Services and had her child removed via cesarean section because they said she'd had a nervous breakdown. She was an Italian immigrant there on a work visa. And the British Health Service still has custody of her child, even though they say she's recovered from her mental episode. There's your socialized medicine. Coming soon to an America near you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's coming, man.
You look at the BBC, you need to see horror stories like this from government-run medicine every single day.
I was just thinking about something, going back to all this. What the fuck is wrong with me, man? Like, when I was a kid, I was dressed up as a German soldier and unknowingly terrorized this old man. And then, I met this hot French chick, and I was in, like, a skinhead guard. She didn't understand.
You're self-perpetuating here, dude. You realize that, right?
Huh?
You're self-perpetuating. You're bringing all of this on yourself.
Well, I don't mean to.
No, you don't mean to, but you're not going to one man take the skinhead look back.
Oh, yeah, there's pictures now.
Yeah.
Going up to Sweden, convicted pedophile allowed to adopt. How about this? How about the civilized laws? That's civilization, huh?
Oh, yeah. They're so enlightened, aren't they?
Look, say what you will about the Vikings, but they wouldn't let that happen. They would, kill the guy.
Yeah. Well, hell, I mean, you saw what they announced, the DSM Diagnostic Statistical Manual here in America. Pedophilia is now a sexual preference. According to the American Medical Association Diagnostic and Statistics Manual, I saw this headline several weeks ago. Pedophilia is now, they list it as a sexual preference, which means if that's accepted by the government, it can't be discriminated against.
Yeah, so they can have daycare jobs.
I predicted this shit years ago it was coming.
Yeah, you can't stop them from having daycare jobs now.
Right, no discrimination. Sorry, it's a lifestyle.
The entire membership of NAMBLA is now rejoicing.
Yeah, they just got validation.
That's crazy, man.
God, how I hate the 21st century.
Oh, a Swedish man is convicted for molesting a 5-year-old girl in his neighborhood, and he was given the green light to adopt a child of his own. The Swedish authorities said they did not fear he would relapse into criminal behavior.
These people, you don't fix these people. They are.
Who's fucking crazy, though?
Oh, God.
I mean, obviously the pedophile's crazy, but the damn courts are crazy, man.
I can't. I got nothing. It's just that boggles my mind.
But don't they understand, okay, that doing this will provoke violence?
You got to figure somebody over there that slipped through somebody's cracks. Let's hope somebody steps up and says, "Hey, wait a minute," due to public outcry that something's going to get fixed. Let's just hope, because
maybe the Hell's Angels or some motorcycle group up there.
Did you see the article recently about the group of motorcycle guys? And I don't remember what they're called, but they basically go around and hang out with these little kids who've been molested and abused by their parents or other people. Like, they just hang out with them all day. Like, there's there'll be 4 or 5 of these big, really nasty-looking biker dudes, and, this kid will have been, abused by his dad or by somebody, and they just go hang out. When the kid's feeling scared, when he wants to leave the house, they go hang out with him. They, follow him everywhere he goes. Huh. And there was a story about one kid who was he was on the witness stand. They go with him to testify in court, and they sit behind wherever anybody else is, right in the front row so the kid can see him, so the kid testifies in court. And the prosecutor asked this kid, this little 7-year-old kid, this little boy, he said, "Are you afraid?" He said, "No." He said, "Why aren't you afraid?" He said, "Because my friends are the baddest dudes in this room."
Yeah.
I was like, that's
and he gets to learn neat tricks like how to get a handkerchief tie a master lock around it and put it in your back pocket, and now you have a weapon.
Yeah. These they apparently they take kids on rides, and they literally until the kid feels like they're safe and like the guy's in jail and the kid doesn't need anything. These guys do it free of charge on their own time, and it's 3 or 4 of them at a time. And there's a bunch of they were when you say a bunch of biker dudes, they look like a bunch of biker dudes. Like, you know what I'm talking about.
Wow.
That's a good program.
It was pretty interesting. I wish I knew what it was called, but it was pretty cool.
The Hell's Angels of Norway are giving away mulled wine and ginger cookies. we talked about that last show, Bone Daddy.
Yeah, it was the show before last, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, it was last show.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
The Hell's Angels of Norway.
Yeah. They want to show that they're not bad guys. So it's mulled wine and cookies.
Oh, well.
Of course, I'm sure the more attractive females that try to drink that wine might end up drugged or something. I wouldn't go up there if I was y'all.
I'm not trying the cookies, but it's.
Yeah.
Those guys, 1%. I just avoid 1% bikers every chance I get. Just.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Look. Yeah. Most definitely.
Yes.
And
the
thing is, now they got the Sons of Anarchy. Yeah, Sons of Anarchy is a great show, but I wouldn't wear that. I wouldn't, buy their gear from the show.
Is that
you're a biker, huh?
Is that yeah? I actually was at the end run. I was the Dixie Thunder run from Memphis to Tunica a couple of weekends ago, and I don't ride, but there was like 400 riders in this thing, and hung out with saw a bunch of them. Didn't see any 1% stickers, but there's several different clubs that were represented. You could tell, man. For the most part, I didn't see any that you really recognize. It was more like the Vietnam Veteran Associations and the Blue Knights and some of those guys. Ones that I was really seeing. I didn't see any BFFBs or Sons of Silence or any of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and for the most part, those guys aren't going to fuck with people.
No,
but
no.
But you never know. I mean, also there's a lot of unpredictability there. Just don't be in a situation.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean,
like,
I had one guy that was this one little guy. He was a midget. He was, I don't know, whatever you want. I mean.
Wait, let's start this story over, because anytime you start off a story with a biker midget, it's got to be a good story.
Yeah, he was. This guy. They said, "Do you eat pork chop?" And I was like, "No." And they introduced me to pork chop, and he's a dude, full-grown dude, about 4 foot tall. And I was
pork chop.
Yeah. I was like, no, I don't. I was like, no, hey, good to meet you. And I was talking to him and a bunch of his partners. And
you have to try not to look at him. Don't look down at him.
Yeah, you had to kind of like back up. I backed up a little bit. I mean, he obviously was there for a good cause. And it was a charity thing. So like, hey, nice to meet you. He looked at me. He's like, you ride? I'm like, no, I build machine guns and blow things up. They're like, oh, like, I don't ride motorcycles. I like to have steel between me and other things that are made out of steel. Just call me crazy, So
I think Neo subscribes to that too.
So that reminds me, the oil cap blew off while I was idling, Bone Daddy.
Oh, you did get it to crank?
Yeah, it's cranking, but the oil cap blew off.
I'll try to take a look at it.
Well, I already did. The cushion was worn. But what was I going to say?
As it turns out, I said, no, if I'm driving something, I can be able to put it sideways a little bit, and get, break the back end loose. And he goes, I do that because he rides a trike, so he slides it all sideways and stuff, does tricks on it. And I'm like, oh, well, that's great.
Yeah. Right now, it's sitting in my driveway. People are like, cool, man. But the gig is up. They now smell the fear on me of riding it. I'm going to have to ride it sooner or later. I haven't rode it since I bought it off the Bone Daddy.
Oh, you got the bike?
Yeah, he bought my old fat boy.
Okay.
He's slowly easing into it. He's here up to what, about a year now it's been sitting under him?
Yeah. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of the Neon Wave Show. I'd like to thank Charlie Watson for coming on the show and hanging with us all the show. That was awesome, man.
Hey, no problem, guy.
We'll have to do it again sometime when you got time, man.
All right, we'll do. We'll Bone Daddy will keep me in touch, and you got my cell number, and just keep me in the loop, man. And we'll I'll dial back in. Not a problem.
All right, and everybody, be sure to watch Sons of Guns.
All right,
it should be coming out. Is it coming out next week?
Into January, beginning of February.
Okay.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate y'all.
All right, man. Thanks. And well, there you go. Charlie Watson from Sons of Guns. Very cool guy.
Very cool.
Hasn't changed a bit, but you know.
Glad I was able to call in.
Great sense of humor, and just an all-around great guy. And Wayne.
Not a great dungeon master though.
Yeah, and a dungeon master.
Not so good.
But William, I told you King Chinchilla sold you off the river, huh?
And he is of course trying to put it back on you.
Did you make him pay for it today?
No, he's trying to put it back on you. Of course, his die rolls made him pay for it today. It was pretty awful.
Don't believe the hype, man. You need to punish that character.
He punished himself pretty good today. His die rolls were about as poor as mine usually are.
Hey, we came up with a new class too, by the way.
Oh yeah.
It's from the last show. We had a story on a scatomancer.
Uh-huh.
A scatomancer.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a psychic that tells the future about digging in the shit.
Oh, good God. Why is it always ending on shit, dude? Why is it always ending with shit?
The scatomancer, shitstorm. You know.
Okay, that's enough. Is this where we can end? This is where we can end it, right?
That's how we're ending the show. But anyways, now that you're back, I will give you the Dr. Magic Hands responsibilities of signing us off.
All right, we are out.
Thank God, huh?
Yeah.
At least it wasn't last show.
Oh, it doesn't matter. There'll be more shit on the next show. You can guarantee.
I'm still scrubbing myself from that one.
All right. I'll talk y'all later, fellas.
All right. Night.